Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I have a layout for Scrap a Sketch, and I also am doing Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, Series 19, and following along with this sketch from Vicky. And yeah, so I pulled out these cut aparts from Take a Break, and then I decided, hey, I wanted those ones as well. I cut these heart geotags out too because I thought maybe I'd use them, but I am not going to get to those. But I did press cut those off screen for the cameras. And then this is Trick or Treat. And I cut all of these out. I did the pink and the purple and the black. That camera page is from Take a Break. And then I'm just going to show you how I did the tickets. So these are the rest of the gray and black ones that I did off that first sheet. And so I'm just lining up with the guide and cutting them apart so they're straight. I can get pretty close. Not always perfect, but I can get pretty close to at least one side. And then I fussy cut the rest. And so I'm just going to cut this apart. And then I'm going to use my hole punch to take out these circular bits. And easy peasy lemon squeezy done. So, and there are some different styles of tickets on the Scrap a Sketch printables for these Trick or Treat ones. Lisa also has other colors on her website as well. So I just really like the colors on these ones, and it matched my counterfeit kit really well. And this was in that as well. So, and then so I'm just cutting up all the little pieces using my hole punch to get those round bits, which I find makes it really easy. I dropped that one on the floor. And then one more. I do have a smaller hole punch too somewhere, but I couldn't find it. So I'm just going to use the standard one. But I have one that makes itty bitty little holes too. And I typically like to use that one on tag holes and on those small corner pieces for the tickets, but I couldn't find them. So yeah. I was going to try and use this Happy Life paper that I made, but I thought it was competing too much. So, and then I pulled out this other picture of me and my husband. So all of us are on here, and I am on a page twice. Imagine that. Me on a page twice. Doesn't happen that much. So we are at Calgary Folk Fest. It was raining. This is a couple of years ago. This is the day before we went and bought our rain suits because we ended up soaked on the first day and it rained that whole weekend, and we went the whole weekend, and yeah. So do a little more fuss cutting. These are so cute. They're from the Take a Break collection as well. So I just felt like I needed something by that Hello Summer, and I thought that would be cute. And then these blue ones, why not? Because I used one, I might as well use the other. And we were wishing for sun, so I'm going to faff about a little bit. There is a embellishment cluster at the top left. There's one where I just kind of put that pink camera. And then there's one at the bottom of the picture cluster. And so I'm kind of working on that. I didn't want the pink sunglasses and the pink camera and the blue together, so I switched that up. Each of the spots are getting a orange, a purple, and a black or gray ticket, and I want them to be different. So I don't want the same kind of purple and the same kind of style on them as well. And this is when I decided I definitely need to go through and pull something else out. So these are my papers I still have left. A couple of them I've used because I did a couple things in different order, but I'm like, maybe that one would be fun. But the back is the map. Do I? I put it aside and I was thinking about it. Do I? We haven't really traveled overseas at all. So yeah, this works. So this is the back of the map page. I do like the other back more as well. So it works. And this ticket strip ended up on a layout that I posted on Thursday. Thursday. And I thought I would use it as like a spot to ground stuff on, and I'm like, nope. And then I am looking at, these are all scrap of sketch papers. I pulled that one out of this pinky coral map, and I thought that would be a good one to map my photos on. And that was from Take a Break as well. And nice little mat. So I have a 5-inch photo and a 4-inch photo. So my 5-inch photo is 5 1/4 by 4 1/4 for the mat. And my 4-inch photo has a 5 1/4 square inch mat. And so I did change up the picture sizes a little bit, because that's what worked for what I had and what I wanted to play with. So, and just taking a look, I want to get these on straight, so I'm going to use my T-square. I don't always use my T-square, but when there's lots going on in this background paper, I find it harder to line things up as easily. And yay, there's my head. I didn't like as much gap. That's okay, I think. All my printouts are 30 days of sketches. And I'm gonna start getting stuff on here. And I decided that was too high when I went to look at my ticket, so it's just gonna go down just a smidge, and then I can get stuff on here. And I did do quite a bit of fussing about, but I don't know. It really, like, the layout only took me about 45 minutes, including fussy cutting. So it really didn't take me that long, but because there's only the 3 embellishments and photo mats on this one, it seems like it's taking a little bit longer for some of that. And I'm just scuffing up this edge, which is a nice way to hide the white when you fussy cut and haven't fussy cut really well, because a scuffed edge really does hide if you did not cut so well. And then scuffing up the tickets a little bit so they look a little bit used, because why not? Adds a little bit more texture, which I like. Lots of texture and dimension typically on my pages, so. And I'm liking that, and I'm going to commit and get this on, because enough fussing around. I literally say that to myself, enough fussing around already. Just get it on the page. So, but I really enjoy this. I really enjoy playing with papers and the process of creating. So it is my stress relief when I need one. So, and more scuffing. I really love these cameras. Those were on the cut apart sheet for Take a Break too. And oh, they're so pretty. I could have a whole sheet of just those. Literally just those. So, well, technically I do. They're just smaller. But I totally could print them off in that one sheet. I could print that off quite a bit bigger, and then have a whole bunch of them to fussy cut, which I think I might do, because I just love the colors of them. And then getting this top one in, I'm gonna overlap the bit on the top. So this is like the banners in the sketch. The tickets work well too. Kind of want to put this Take a Break somewhere. It's not gonna go, it could have went there. It's not gonna stay there. And foam adhesive, so this pops up just a little bit. And yay. And so some more foam. The tickets, and I thought I'd stick them out this way, and then I decided to flip it so that my Hello Summer can go on the other side, so that you still see the tickets, but your Hello Summer is quite nice too. and that would be my title, and it is in the title spot for the sketch. And again, that one is from the Take a Break. Decided just to use glue because, man, that's a whole bunch easier when I can. And then more foam squares. So this one gets a bit of dimension too, and it's got that texture because I scuffed up those edges. So I really like the way that looks. We're getting there, almost. And that is going to sneak in behind. And it does have foam on it too, but it works out just fine that way. And then I was like, maybe the Take a Break down here is my subtitle. And then I pulled out a piece of scrap paper, and I'm just going to handwrite my journaling. And so I tried a little bit one way, and I wasn't as pleased with the journaling. And then I cut it funny. So I left this in because, yeah, it's part of the process. And then I rewrite these, but I get the idea of what I want to do. So kind of like that-ish. And then, I decided I really didn't like how that went. So my journaling actually says, Byway Folk Music Festival always signifies the start of summer for us. I'll have lots more pages for Folk Fest in our scrapbook, so it doesn't really need much more other than where are we? I have quite a few pictures of us in the rain, so there'll definitely be some rainy ones that I can talk about the rain and getting new rain suits just for Folk Fest, basically. Double checking that's what I want. Yep, those will go into the scrap bin, or the recycling. And then these are going to get on in a staggered form, and I like that, and it's true to the sketch too. And just want that over just a little bit more. And I think that's pretty cute. And then just want a little bit more orange in a couple of spots. So I'm going to do some enamel dots in orange. And I'm going to do the ones in the light blue one here too, because that light blue, it's hard to tell, but the Hello Summer and the Take a Break are on a light blue background. And so this blue that I'm putting on is actually the same color. So I thought, why not add what I've got left of those? And these two are kind of different, but far enough away from everything else that it could totally be on there and not a big deal. And yay, a whole nother thing of enamel dots done. Underlining my journaling, just because I thought that finished it up a little bit better. And that's a wrap on this page. So if you liked my layout, I would love a thumbs up. If you're new to me here, it would be great if you would subscribe. I respond to all the crafty love in the comments below, so if you feel like you can, I would love it if you commented. The Scrap a Sketch website and Facebook page will be linked below, along with the Take a Break and the Trick or Treat collections. And then you can use my code of Amanda10 for 10% off on stencils and printables and books. That's what I was missing at scrapasketch.com. And thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate you. Have yourself a wonderful day.